Hey y'all. Today I'm fixing to plant a couple of shrubs that I got on clearance. We're fixing to get 5 to 8 inches of rain over the next few days. So this is the perfect time to go ahead and be planting, if your ground's not frozen, some of your shrubs that you may have left over from, last fall, especially if you picked them up on clearance. This is a Jazz Hands Loropetalum. It's a zone 7 to 9. It's an evergreen. As you know, if you've watched any of my videos, this past fall I tried to focus on evergreens, and I've got a couple here that I really think I'm going to enjoy. This one is so pretty with, the purple, the dark leaves. They're purple and maroon. But it also is going to give me blooms. In the spring, uh, this one blooms, the little red like fringe flowers. And in fact, a lot of people call the different loropetalums Chinese fringe flower or Chinese fringe shrub. But anyways, I'm going to get this one planted, and then I have another one that I'm going to show y'all that I'm going to plant on the other side of this greenhouse. Now this greenhouse, just ignore the way it looks. We already have another one in the box ready to replace it. We just have not, we've just got to wait for the weather and some of the other projects that we've got going on to, kindly be able to get to it. But eventually we're going to get to this sometime over the next number of weeks. So again, just ignore that. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant this right here. And once I get this and the other one planted, then I'm going to show y'all and talk a minute kindly about why I'm planting this, where I'm planting it, and what I'm trying to create here in this area. Now this, I don't know if I said it, but this loropetalum is going to get 5 foot tall and 5 foot wide, I do believe. So I'm going to put it here on the back side, this corner actually, of the greenhouse here. Um, and it's going to give me some evergreen interest here in this area. And actually it's going to have, more than just the one season of interest, because it's going to give me the flowers too. Got my hole dug. Whoops. Okay. Okay, there's that when it's planted. I'm very excited about this one. I love the weeping habit that it has. That combined with the colors on it is really what attracted me to this plant. Okay. I'm going to show y'all the next one I'm going to plant. Originally, I was going to plant it on the front side of the greenhouse, on one corner, but it's going to get it's going to be a 6x6. Okay. This is the prolific viburnum. It's also an evergreen. And I'll bring y'all closer once I get it planted and show y'all it's already got buds where it's going to bloom. Um, this is a Monrovia plant, and if I'm not mistaken, they are no longer making this plant. Okay, I'm going to plant this one here, but I think I'm going to pull it back a little bit because this is going to get a 6x6 in size. It says 5 to 6, but for me, I know it's going to be a 6x6. And so I'm going to pull it back some from what I was going to plant it. And I think this is going to be really pretty because it'll give me a little bit of evergreen here on this side of the greenhouse, because as of right now, there's nothing evergreen over here. And I just think the evergreens are so important to add. And this plant, this viburnums, if you've not grown viburnums, or you live where you can't grow them, because I don't really know if I said or not, but this is a zone 6 to 9. So it's a little more cold hardy than the loropetalums are. But the viburnums are just so pretty. And that they bloom pretty early in the spring. I'm not sure if all of them do, but a lot of the varieties do. And let's see if we can. That was just perfect. Although it's crooked. I'm going to turn it this way. Okay. And I'm not going to be adding water to these, because like I said, we are fixing to get a ton of rain. You just want to tamp it just a little bit to try to help get out some of the air pockets. And of course, if you're not expecting rain, you will want to water this in really good, and actually you would want to put water in the hole. Okay. I'm going to bring y'all in closer and show y'all the little buds that's all over it. You can see this one is going to be so pretty, but the way I understand it, I had went to, this is a Monrovia plant, and I had went to their site earlier, and it says they're no longer selling these. So if you run across one, you might want to pick it up if you're interested, and you can grow it in your zone. Because, you know, when they sell what they've got left at nurseries, you won't be able to get another one unless you take a cutting from somebody that you know who has one. These bloom, kind of makes you think of, for me, it kind of makes me think of a hydrangea bloom. Like a smooth macrophilia, or a smooth hydrangea, because they're not rounded like, you know, the big mop heads or anything. They're more flat like the lace cap, but it's a solid white bloom. They're so pretty. I'll have to put one on the screen to show y'all what the flower actually looks like. But if you know, a lot of times you can it's easy to mistake one of these in the spring for a hydrangea bloom. Oh, okay. Now I've got. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm trying to do on the other side of the greenhouse. Okay, what I'm trying to create here near the greenhouse is kind of like its own little room. Now, I really enjoy doing this in different parts of my yard. That way, I can landscape with different types of plants. I can have areas in the yard where I might have one area that looks tropical. I might have one area that looks, like a wooded area. This area right here looks a little bit more formal. Uh, and depending on, it depends on. I feel like your moods change, and so depending on how you feel each day, well, to me depends on which area I want to set in. If I'm looking for, if I feel like I need a more common area, then I have areas landscaped where I can go set and it's just more relaxing. Uh, I really enjoy, I really enjoy that kind of stuff. But oh my gosh, look y'all, the tulips are coming up. I'm so excited. Now tulips are not a bulb that I plant in my ground because we just don't stay cold enough here for them to come back and bloom consistently. It's just, uh, they're not worth it to me to plant in the ground. And the only reason that have these is because I picked them up on clearance. If you watch that video where I picked them up and I planted them, but I just planted them in pots. I didn't put any in the ground. But they look like this everywhere I've got them planted. So does the hyacinth. And I'll show y'all here in a minute my buttercups or daffodils. They're coming. They've been up. Uh, Anyways, back to what I was talking about. I want this area to feel kind of like its own little room. And I have other areas in the yard on the other side of the house that are that way too. But anyways, trying to get that feeling, you need to kindly enclose, but you still want to have walkways to get into it. And so I've left one here. There's one in between those two, and then of course you can come in from the other side, on the other side of that weeping willow. Uh, but yeah, I'm excited for spring. I just cannot hardly wait. Especially now that we've got bulbs coming up like that, I know spring is just right around the corner. I'm so excited. Um, Anyways, I guess if you were, looking for evergreens and you're in the zones that I said, a 6 to 9 or a 7 to 9, maybe the shrubs that I just showed will be of some help. Uh, if you're looking to enclose a area in your yard, then maybe you'll want to follow along as I continue to add plants to this area to get that feeling. Anyways, I hope this helps. Until next time, bye.